Kenny here with Gardening Simplified. It is November 21st and it's Smell Day. And I have some more fig cuttings. Ain't that wonderful? I got the green Iska, and I have these here are Olympian, and then I have Texas Blue Giant. So the Olympian was one that I wanted last year, and the green Iska was it was maybe one that I just decided I had to have. But anyway, I have 10 cuttings of each of those, and the person that I bought them from threw in the Texas Blue Giant, so we're going to see how they taste next year. But we have our cuttings here. We just need to get them ready. We're going to dry off the bottoms of the ones that are top cuts, because we just need to deal with the bottoms. Now the rest of these we're going to take and dry completely off. We want to wrap the top. This one here is pretty clear. Maybe I can show you, make sure that when you plant these, you've got a little place where the leaf was and a little bump above it. This is the bottom, this is the top, so make sure you plant them if they're not marked. That way you'll know. I always think of this bottom piece as this little smile. Some of them's rounded, but a lot of them looks kind of like a smile. And then a nose above it. So anyway, we're going to get these dried off. And plus I want to show on this one, now some grow fast, and when you have one like this, you can see how far apart these nodes are. You'd be lucky if you get 2 nodes in there. You might if I cut it off real close to the bottom one. But sometimes when they grow fast, you'll only manage to get 1 node in there. So be aware of that. When you get cuttings and they say there'll be at least 3 nodes, sometimes it's because that it grows real fast. But the more of these you start propagating, the more you'll get used to which way that should be. And sometimes you have them like this. You could actually cut this into 2, but it'd be better not to. But you see how close all the nodes are in here to where they're just maybe a ½ an inch, or some's even less than that apart. But these look like some really nice cuttings. Now this is one, the reason why it's important to look at that. Now if you look at this right here, this piece here is thicker than this piece. You would think that was the bottom, but it's actually, when you look at the positioning, this is the top. And sometimes figs do that. I don't know why, but they'll have a small piece and then they'll start growing sections that's thicker. So be aware of that. Don't think because it's bigger at one end that that's going to be the case. Now right here is another one just like it. This bigger part is the top, and so we've got all of our pieces here. Let me get this one again, and I position them so it's easy to know which is the top, so whenever I decide to put parafilm on these, I'll be well aware of which end it needs to be on. And we're going to do this just like normal. We're going to wrap these for those that are still learning to propagate figs. Figs root real easy. you watch enough of these and you'll know. But this to me is always fun. Starting with a new variety, make sure you stretch that tape on there. Remember, you want it stretched so that that leaf node, if it wants to put a leaf out, can come right through it. Now this parafilm tape is biodegradable, so you don't have to remove it. It will continue to break down as it goes, and it won't be long. It'll all be completely gone. It's not going to last for a real long time, so just be aware of that. But we're going to get all 10 of these. Now this bottle of hormone is pretty much toast, so, but just coincidentally a new bottle come in today. If it hadn't, I would have used my powder, which either one is probably a good hormone. And like I say in past videos, that and I've actually showed that they'll root without it. Now I know that certain things cause or appears to cause them to root faster, but as far as that goes, the main thing is just don't overwater them, and have a media that's well drained, so it's got plenty. Well, I'm sorry, kind of cut off in the middle and I didn't realize my storage got filled up. But anyway, the media needs to be well drained so it's got plenty of room for oxygen. You might not think about your plants needing oxygen for their roots, but they do, otherwise they'll drown if they're just water there all the time. For most of your plants, unless they're designed to stay in water. But anyway, what I did was I've got my new bottle of Clone X here, and I've cut each side on the bottom, and I put my Clone X, and now I'm just going to stick them in these pots, stick them down there deep, and we're going to hope for the best, and we're going to be positive, because let me tell you, if you don't think positively affects the way that your plants grow, if you're one of these people that say, my plants never do good, well, that's negative, and you might be encouraging them not to do good. So be positive. If you're going to do this, it's going to work. And don't be afraid to talk to your plants. I know a lot of people think that's silly, but there's been scientific studies that show that talking to your plants really does help them. Now, there we go. These are my green Iska, and now I'll finish these up. But anyway, I hope this overview on planting fig cuttings gets you a little bit more excited about doing it. I've got 3 new varieties, so I'm excited about these, and I'll finish these up and put them with my others. But anyway, if you want to see more, well, of course, subscribe. Make sure that you ring that bell. Make sure you get notified whenever it comes up. Give me a big thumbs up there. And stick around to see the updates when these start rooting. Enjoy your gardening.